So I'm going to go over the details of my half-car Passat. The whole idea was to grab, and this car was at the pull-apart, so the fastest way over a lunch break to grab a powertrain was to just cut the front of the car off. And so A-pillars, and then just sawzalled all the way across. I had it done in 8 minutes. And it fell in half. They came with a forklift, grabbed it, put it on my trailer, and I took it home. So I had checked it out already, the engine was okay. But the idea was to swap the powertrain into my 1990 Jetta diesel. It had a 1.6 and it was gutless anyway. But when I put a battery in it, put oil in it, they didn't drain the coolant, so it still had its coolant, and still does have the same coolant. When it tried to fire up, just sitting there, no fuel hooked up or anything, I was like, okay, we got to make this thing run in the car. And so when all the dash stuff started working and things like that, so I hooked up fuel to it and got it to start up. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something fun, at least while I, have it in the car. Well, it's transformed into what you see here. Coworker had a Chrysler minivan rear axle he gave me. I had spare angle iron, and I just welded it together, eyeballed. It's definitely not square, and it drives like it, but it's the funnest thing I've ever built. And yeah, that's the half car. It's got the 1Z in it. Runs okay. It's a bit tappety. This is an exhaust I threw together in 10 minutes to get the fumes from choking me to death coming out from underneath. That's dual catalytic converters out of a Sprinter van. And when it heats up, it scrubs the exhaust smell out of it. So it's kind of crazy. And it quieted it down just enough. Pretty standard stuff. Let's take it for a rip. So, headlights on. Light bar on. It's not dark enough for that, but why not? Heater on. Oh yeah, heater still works. Got my marker and brakes. What's so good is the low end torque. You just kind of let the clutch out and it just kind of takes care of itself. So, alright, let's rip it. This shifter is very sloppy. Rolling coal, come on, let's roll some coal. I need a windshield on this thing. See all those bugs? The cows really like it. I'll turn off my light bar. So, that's my half car. Of course, got my boat tank. This thing's really, really good on fuel. So anyway, yeah. She's a ripper.
Yeah.